do?
Well, there's a walkout happening, like from Bernie Sanders delegates are chanting walkout and leaving. You can keep it on that. Keep it on that.
Can you take it for a second? I gotta make a phone call.
I just almost stepped on someone. My apologies. So Sanders delegates are outside. They've walked out after Hillary Clinton was declared the official nominee.
All right. So here's a very important thing. We are going to enter the press tent. We are going to join forces with our friends who have cameras and microphones because our voices need to be heard. Now here's the key. We must remain calm, peaceful, and respectful to everyone involved. Also, this is very important. We'll be going back inside and respecting the Black Lives Matter movement. So there it is. Our Black Lives Matter. And we're going back in there and we're going to clap and respect the mothers of the victims.
Amen.
So when the time comes, we will get the signal and we will respectfully go back inside. From then, if we want to unite again, we will have the opportunity. So, all right, remember, no chanting, remain calm.
delegates are going silently into the media tent and to protest their outrage at the nomination of Hillary Clinton as the first
right now. Everyone remain quiet as we enter.
So here's the press center, and everybody's coming in right now. There's a lot of Sanders delegates walking right now into the press center. You can see them outside. They filled outside the press tent, and they're all walking in to silently protest.
Tell me what democracy looks like!
This is what democracy looks like!
Tell me what democracy looks like!
This is what
Palestinians
democracy
are
looks
kneeling
like!
down.
Tell me what democracy looks like!
That's a lot of Sanders delegates.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Sorry about that.
No problem.
Do you have another thing I can use?
I don't right now,
We have
but
lemon.
just
Yeah. Still Sanders people here.
Everyone keep moving on. Keep going back towards the end.
Hey, what's your name?
My name is Jeffrey Ide.
Where are you? Are you a delegate?
I'm a delegate from North Dakota, from Fargo, North Dakota.
And are you leading this?
We are not leaders. We are unified as one delegation under Bernie Sanders. But we'll wait till we have our sponsor.
Why did you?
Bernie delegates walk out.
Yeah, why did
I
you?
cannot speak for how many delegates are here. Please.
You got a lot of-
thank you everyone for fighting.
There are so many Bernie Sanders supporters that are Sanders delegates that are in the it looks like our friend over here is sort of heading it up.
We are a peaceful delegation. No chanting. We must keep quiet. There are no leaders amongst us.
Is that going live?
No,
Okay.
I'm just gonna
We've also got the Real News taping, a better feed for later. Hey!
Kwame Rose here at the Democratic National Convention in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, where Bernie Sanders delegates
They have really filled this area up.
Please keep the chants down for now.
So they're telling them to keep the jams down.
What democracy looks like. Keep the chants down for now. Wait until our spokesperson has arrived. And then we looks like. Hold on, guys. Please help us spread the message. Keep the chants down for now.
Hey, where is your spokesperson coming in from that way?
Yes.
Where's she going to be?
Please keep the chants down. We are a respectful and peaceful delegation.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I asked to hold the delegation,
So there's someone who's going to come speak. I think I know who it is.
fist up, fist up.
keep filing in. A unified Bernie Sanders delegation. We're all members of the
Is your
press are here.
spokesperson going to be speaking here or there?
We're going to be moving the spokesperson. Well, let's see where the best speaking spot is.
See, I think I know who it is. So there's some rumors that Rosario Dawson is the person that's going to be speaking, but I'm not sure. Obviously, there's no confirmation on that, but we'll find out shortly.
Our spokesperson is outside of
The police have shut the doors of the police have just filed in, Pennsylvania State Police and they have shut the doors and are no longer allowing any Sanders delegates to come in, despite there being plenty of room. But there are many Sanders delegates outside, including whoever is supposed to be speaking.
Who can I speak to regarding the press and who's responsible for this building?
So the police apparently seem to have done this without, no, they really filed in here. Look at that.
But I will say this.
Sorry guys, hang on.
I'm standing more reasons. I want to see the change.
So I don't know why police have filed in here or who called the police to file in here, but they have. There's nothing happening here that's scary. These are just completely, I mean, these protesters are just silently filed in here, and they're delegates. I mean, they have passes to be here. I'm not sure what the problem is. I mean, they're putting some gloves on. I don't know what that's about. What's happened here?
They've voted.
People are behind at the windows of the media tent, saying the whole world is watching as they're being blocked out from entering. I don't know whose decision that was not to allow them in, but what's going on here? Why are the police filing?
I'm sorry?
Why are the police in here?
Oh, because we just had protesters coming in, so we're just...
Because protesters, but they weren't doing anything. Are they not allowed to be in here?
We're just securing us all.
Who asked you to? Or
We stopped it. No, they do, but then everyone's coming in.
so whoever was organizing this is now talking about. I don't know on whose orders they were told to enter in here. They're not responding, but they have also surrounded the protesters who are in here. Even though they've done nothing, they're just standing in here. There's still plenty of room. They're not destroying anything. They're completely peaceful protesters. As everybody's being locked out from coming in. That's not
Can we find out if we can admit one more person? Shyla Nelson, she's a delegate from Vermont. She's our spokesperson. Excuse me. I just want them to understand the importance of peaceful demonstration. Thank you. Excuse me, sir.
They're still outside. They're still saying the whole world is watching. And there's other journalists just hanging out. This is amazing. I don't know why these people aren't being let in. Press pass. Someone to bring it back to me so I don't get in trouble.
Oh,
I'm
sorry.
sorry.
I'm sorry.
You're fine. We're guarding the doors. So we've got Philadelphia police here, some Pennsylvania state police. People are very upset. There's something going on. walkout. There's some stuff. Oh, sorry.
If you're going out, you got to go out, all right?
Can't come
Can't
back
touch
in.
the doors. No, you cannot.
Can't touch the doors. Is it on? Oh, why are you guys? I don't understand why you're blocking the doors. Is there a reason? I guess not. So this man who helped, he's trying to talk to the police about letting Sanders delegates
to be
in
heard.
so they can have
We
their
need our
voices
voices.
heard.
Let me talk to our civil affairs guys, reading that, and I'll get back. Okay? Just give me a minute.
Yes, sir.
Stay calm, okay?
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Give me one. There's somebody to handle it. Give me 1 second. I want to go outside.
Just trying to get their spokesperson in here so she can address the crowd.
Permission to enter. She would love to speak to all the press.
Alright guys, I'm going to find out what's happening here. One of your spokespersons, if they're ever allowed to enter. Still, there's lots of Sanders delegates that are still gathered outside.
Dinner.
Do you know who called the police or why the police? Do you have any idea who got the police over here?
The police are simply doing their job, and they're clearly very polite and cooperative.
But on whose behalf? I mean, why are they? I don't understand what the problem is. The media
It's
got
only
them.
fair that the police are here to help protect in the case that these protests become violent. I assure you they will not.
Are
We
you
are very
excusing
peaceable.
calling the police on nonviolent protesters? I
Oh,
mean,
what matters here is that people need to feel safe, and that I understand.
Why would there be a need to feel safe? There hasn't
I have
been
no
an
answer to
instance
that.
of violence.
I have no answer to that. But also, please, with all due respect, for any media interviews, we need to defer to our spokesperson,
She's not
Charlotte
being
Nelson.
allowed in.
I hope, with the respect of the authorities here, that she'll be allowed in.
Sorry, what's your name?
My name is Jeffrey Hyde.
How do you spell it?
JEFFREYDEIDE.
Delegate?
I am a delegate from North Dakota.
And your Spock's organized this?
We are working with a group called the Coalition of 57, representing 57 delegations across the country, a strong network of people who have worked together to unify our voices.
Is the live stream up?
yeah. So this is Kwame, by the way, with the Real News. They're actually recording a better feed of this than mine is. Mine is just like the crappy live one.
I had Periscope up, but
Oh,
it's
good.
hard to do Periscope.
Yeah, you're doing
I
both.
just texted you.
Oh,
where are
did you guys get me a thing back? I can't walk
No,
around
I
without
had to give it back. I don't have one either.
No, can you just get a regular one even? I can't just be walking around without. There's like
be in
police
here.
in here. I don't want to get in trouble. And they took my pass and didn't give me one back.
Just who took it?
I just had to switch it out, but no one switched it with me.
But just say you're good.
It's fine.
You guys will know. I want to be able to go out there and
No one's getting in and out.
Have you interviewed people in the crowd here?
I want to, but I'm
But
scared
they're
to because I
blocking-
don't have a
they block
pass
us
on me, and I don't want to get in trouble.
I don't think people are paying attention.
Okay, well I guess we can go around and interview. Do you want to hold this up?
Yeah.
All right, let's go back to what we were doing.
All right.
So we're back with Thomas Hedges holding the camera, so we can maybe talk to some people while we wait.
I saw a couple of people crying on the other side of this crowd. I asked them whether they were going to vote, what the next steps were, whether they were going to vote third party, and they said no comment.
So we've got some people with gags over here too. That's definitely a no comment. I know you. Are you guys? What state are you guys from over here? What's your? Can we just take a look at
I think
your?
all over.
We're streaming live. We just want to see what your sign says.
Washington.
I guess we can go around. I want to see what this says.
Yeah, that's easier.
We can't get a comment
It's easier
here.
to talk to people over here.
Yeah. Which one?
Go around on the other side. There's a very good woman who's. I'll point her out to you.
So this is pretty unprecedented. I mean, I was actually kind of shocked. The Bernie delegate who was helping organize this was, he was kind of excusing whoever called the police. I don't think there's any reason for police. None of these people are being violent.
Just so you have.
Thank you. None of these people are being violent. They're just sitting down, non-violently, protesting.
Right there, this one.
Let's talk to some people here. Oh, sorry.
I need your cup.
Oh, I have here. The one
Over here?
with the gray hair is very good.
We're streaming live. We were wondering if you would have some comments about what's going on here. You're a Bernie delegate. What state are you from?
Ohio.
Ohio. And what's your name?
Heidi.
I'm sorry?
Heidi.
And what made you do this?
We came as a group.
As a group.
It wasn't me. We're all together.
And what is this in protest of?
It's in protest to the fact that there was the collusion between the DNC and the media and WikiLeaks. We saw that information come out. Even the states. I mean, if we look at California, Arizona, New York, Puerto Rico, just that all of the voters that were disenfranchised, and where was our president to step in for us to be looking at what's really going on in these states? Why aren't these votes being counted? You know, this was an extremely important election, and all of this was occurring, and you know nobody's reporting it. Where's the media when this is? But it's unheard of that voters have to wait for 5 hours in line to vote. People were getting sick. People were passing out, and it wasn't even being reported. I mean, we want to be heard. We want this system fixed. If it's a democracy, it shouldn't be like a third world country where people can't cast a vote. We look like a third world country right now. It's appalling. And we want something done about it. We want our voters, all of the people, I don't care what race they are. We shouldn't disenfranchise voters anywhere. Everybody should have a right to vote. Everybody should have a voice. This is unreal. This is the United States of America. We are the ones who are supposed to lead the rest of the world, and we are disenfranchising our voters. We need to fix the system.
Do you feel confident that Hillary Clinton will be able, or are you going to support her in November? Now that
I won't comment on that. Okay.
Okay. Well, how do you feel about?
You said you won't?
I won't comment.
Oh, you won't comment. Excuse me.
I'm not. Be careful with that. I'm not going to comment on
We're live,
the future.
So
no,
okay.
they can hear you. Don't worry. We can't twist anything around.
We can't edit it so it looks like this.
Okay, because that happens.
Yeah, right. But there are reports that somebody was telling me that Jill Stein, the Green Party presidential candidate, is here.
Is she?
Yeah, that's what someone said.
I heard a couple rumors, but I haven't seen her.
Yeah,
Philadelphia.
Yeah.
She's
in Philly.
I
believe she was getting at today. I'm not seeing that.
What's your name?
Kelsey Park.
And you're also from the same state as North Dakota, Bernie delegate. So why are you protesting?
For the same reason as all of us, we're here to represent the constituents, the unheard voices, the voices that were silenced with voter suppression, closed polls. Let's see, in California alone, with their ballots being replaced with ones that wouldn't be counted, some being thrown out, some proof of ballots being whited out across the country, electronic voter fraud, which was proven live on air. I could go on, but we're the voice of the actual American public. We're the voices of the people that wanted change, that want this revolution to continue, and we want real change. We don't want more of the status quo. Granted, it'll be better than Donald Trump, but is it good enough? We could have done better.
Yeah, one step forward, 2 steps back.
The polls alone show that they just selected the wrong nominee. The polls alone that they didn't show anyone.
What do you mean the polls?
The polls in the public right now, but the exit polls after all of the primaries, after all the caucuses, they silenced them. They have statistical proof that the odds of the entry and exit polls being what they were are a 1 in 70 billion chance. That is fraud.
Okay, thank you very much.
And you do know about the lawsuits that are filed by there are 11
in California?
In 11 states by Cliff Arnbeck and Bob Petrakis from Ohio. I don't know if you know about that. You can look that up.
We'll look them up. Yeah, thank you. Okay.
Thomas, so let's go see what's happening. Let's go check back over there. Clearly, do you mind? Are you going to come out? Do you mind if I
gotta go back in.
Are you going to stick in the booth?
No, I have to go back to what?
Does anybody have two? Sometimes they carry two around. Why don't we go around and talk to some other people and also go see what looks like there's some more stuff happening over there. So clearly people are pretty upset about what's going on, and they want their voices heard, is what we keep hearing. And that's why they've occupied the media tent. So let's go find out. Wow, there's like a police. Is that it? So they're basically sitting and waiting for the speaker to come in. They're being totally peaceful. So there's really no reason there. You look, you got some Palestine. I think this is the first time at least in my lifetime, I know this has kind of happened before,
My
but
ancestors died for me to have the right to defend
for their Democratic
my vote
convention,
and who I want to vote for. I am from Kansas. That was once a red, hot political state, and I refuse to play defense any longer. I am from a place where we need to stand up and rise and stop getting beat down by the Republicans. It is not about defense anymore. It's about playing offense, and until we do that, that state will stay red, and I'm tired of it. We need to stand up in those counties. We need to stand up for my black and brown brothers and sisters, for our Native Americans, for the Asians. I'm from Kansas City, Kansas, one of the most diverse cities in the whole country, and it's time that we are represented on the national level. Thank you.
Do you want
Where are you from?
Do you want the
Kansas.
Do you want? What is your comment about the media's impact on this? Do you have an
Speak about the progressives in Kansas. So our connection's a little bit weak over here. Let's go see. I hear some noise coming from over there.
So this woman refused.
So let's go check that out.
So correct.
Lots of media covering what's happening inside the media tent. Isn't that?
Yeah, well, it's kind of convenient.
Such a coincidence? Yeah. Look, the news came to you because you wouldn't go to them.
Yeah, right. I heard people saying this is the most exciting thing that's happened
Wait,
in a long time in a media booth. Not just here, but in general.
That is really funny. So you've still got Bernie delegates. They're waiting outside. It's a pretty hot day.
So they're blocking. Why are they
and they're
blocking
them
the
from
door?
coming out. They're blocking the doors because apparently whoever's in charge of the media tent, from what we were told earlier, had the police come and block anybody else from entering to secure the space. Although I don't feel unsafe. I don't know if you've been watching. I don't feel like any of these people. They don't make me feel unsafe. Like I need police to be blocking the media tent.
It's incredibly peaceful.
If anything, I'd like to hear what their speaker has to say. So it seems what the issue more is to just prevent their speaker from saying what they want to say inside the media tent. I don't understand what the other issue, but why else they wouldn't allow the speaker to come in here. But this is this is a delegate, or this is a Sanders delegate, I assume. I'm not sure from what state.
Oregon.
Let's see, Oregon? Do you mind if I?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oregon.
Let's see. What's your name? Where's your name at? Oh, there we go. Oregon delegation. And he feels so silenced. He's silenced himself. We see a lot of people wearing these from Oregon, the black bags. So I think obviously it's kind of self-explanatory what kind of statement they're trying to make, which is that, they're being silenced. Let's see what's going on over here. Kwame, have you heard anything?
Yeah, so what I do know is that the sit-in is going to end right before Trayvon Martin's mother. Hey.
Okay, yeah. So that's another thing that's been taking place is that the person who was organizing this earlier had said that out of respect. So in a little bit, the mothers of young black teens and young black men, young black people who've been shot down by either police or vigilantes in this country. The mothers of the movement, they call themselves, will be speaking inside the convention. And so out of respect for them, the people who are sitting in right now will go back into the convention hall because they don't want to take attention away from that particular movement. So I can understand why is it weak. Oh, I mean, you can also imagine the optics of that. What we've seen happen a lot throughout this primary process is that whenever Sanders people do protest, the Hillary Clinton campaign has always tried to sort of twist what's been going on to make it seem like it's got like some racial tinge to it, or that it's racist. So you could imagine the optics of having a sit-in while the mothers of the movement are speaking. So that I imagine that's probably a good idea on their part. But I really think it's a shame that we haven't been able to hear from the speaker or really understand what this was about. So why don't we find some more people? Excuse me. Hey, I noticed you're wearing the Palestine.
Yep.
Palestine
I'm sorry.
paraphernalia.
I'm not.
Oh, you guys had to run out?
No, I'm not a Palestinian. I'm just wearing this in solidarity.
Oh,
with
so
my
where
brothers and sisters.
So are you a delegate, obviously, for Bernie? From what state?
From Florida.
What's your name?
My name is Dawn.
Dawn. That's really exciting. I saw someone from Florida unfurled a Palestinian flag on the floor last night.
Yeah.
What happened after that?
They've been asking us to tear down signs and stuff, but can you just give me one moment?
Sure.
Sorry, I want to interview her first. And
Oh,
then you take
go for it. All right. So that's that we already heard earlier that they've been tearing down Palestine signs. I think that's pretty scandalous. The DNC representatives have been tearing down the people are holding signs in support of Palestinian rights.
Really?
You've seen them holding those signs. I keep hearing from people that DNC representatives have been removing and tearing down those signs, saying that they're not DNC sanctioned. So that's interesting.
There's also a lot of Bernie delegates were getting there. I heard reports that several credentials got taken yesterday for Bernie's delegates that said that they were considering a third party. As soon as they left the meeting, they did media interviews. The DNC was surveilling whoever did a media interview and said that they were taking credentials last night.
So yeah, the DNC, and there was a couple people earlier that were asking me what I was, maybe because I was talking to certain Bernie delegates, but the DNC reps have been, I've been hearing this from Sanders supporters, and I reported on it this morning if you go see my article at Shadowproof, but they have been, and this is what I've heard, Kwame, is that DNC representatives have been monitoring and sort of like policing the speech and the chants and the protests of Bernie Sanders delegates and disciplining them and threatening them is what I've been hearing with decredentialing. I haven't actually met anybody that's had their credentials taken away, but I've heard several people reporting to me that they've been warned that if they continue to participate in these chants and protests on the floor, they will have their credentials taken away.
It's like a really chaotic scene here. On one half you have calm delegates inside doing a sit-in. On the outside, it looks as if the police are definitely together outside because several groups of delegates are just stuck because the police won't let them in at this point. So it's really a chaotic scene. We're waiting on the press person from the group that organized these 57 different groups of delegates, but they're not here. This is Jeffrey. He led the protesters. Right. I shouldn't say protesters, delegates. He led them out.
Is that Jeffrey?
What's your name?
Do you have an update? Oh, sorry. Do you have an update about what's going on?
Our update is we're still waiting for our spokesperson to come in, and until she does, we will continue
and
to have
they're not allowing her to come in.
They're waiting on permission to see if we can allow one more person to come in for interviews.
Just one more person. And who's the speaker?
Shyla Nelson from Vermont.
From Vermont.
Personal
okay.
friend of Bernie Sanders and rock solid lifelong organizer.
Thank you very much. So there you have it, guys. We're just waiting for one speaker to come in. It's kind of crazy that you need permission to get her in. They're really getting enthusiastic outside and chanting. We would go leave and show you what's happening outside. I'm still waiting to get a pass that I was supposed to be switching out with someone. I know. I guess I shouldn't be so loud about it, or then I really will get arrested. But I am here legitimately. So why don't we, while we're waiting for that to happen, maybe we want to run by the...
I think Norman Solomon is in here. Maybe
okay, let's find him. Do we have enough time left, or do we have enough preventive left battery-wise?
I actually don't even know how to check the battery.
Oh, that's fun. So we might just
We might just conk out and...
Why don't we swing by our booth so I can at least plug my phone in, maybe?
Sure. Well, why don't you... Yeah.
Why don't you... Okay, do you want me to find... We want to stick around here, keep streaming, and I'll be right back?
Yeah, sure. Okay. All right. Okay, so we've got about half the protesters are inside. Many of them are sitting down, as you can see over here. Some of them have gags. The protest is a silent one. You've got people with gags and tapes, pieces of tape over their mouths. It's interesting. I was at the Jill Stein rally last night, which was interrupted by a massive storm, and which she then held under a highway, an underpass, using a megaphone. And it was interesting. There were a lot of Bernie Sanders supporters there that sort of stumbled upon the rally and said that if Bernie Sanders didn't win the nomination, if Clinton did become the nominee, they would be voting Green Party. I'm taking a long cut over here. But here today, I've asked a lot of protesters, these people who've walked out of the convention, whether they would consider a third party. And the message has been pretty much consistent. It's no comment. They want to say one way or the other. I think that might have to do with the fact that they're waiting for their spokesperson, and they realize that they're here as part of a block, a group, and not here as individual protesters, so they don't want to make that kind of comments. We're gonna go over here where, okay, so somebody's got a tie. And you can comment any questions or suggestions you have if there's something you want to know from live from the floor.
Nada, ahí pues al final hemos tenido un live report.
It's quite crowded. And again, we're in the media booth. There are, tents. We're in one of 3 tents. These tents, each one of these tents is massive. And again, people are waiting for their spokesperson. The spokesperson to make it through the doors. They're blocked off by police at the other end of this tent.
My dad asked me what I would do about this race, and I told him my dream school is in Canada. Why wouldn't I just stay there? Bernie is the one that inspired me to remember why I love being an American citizen.
So after this election, what are you going to do with that?
Keep fighting for everything that Bernie has believed in. If we want change, at this point it means that every single individual one of us has to go home and do the work. The trickle-down method does not work, but building from the bottom always does. Us who are here working for this have to go home and do the work to make change locally and to make it spread and connect across the country.
Are you a student?
Yes, I am.
Are you a student in Canada or here in the United States?
Here in the United States.
So next year, next fall, when you go back to school, will you be more engaged in the political?
I've always been engaged in the political globe since the 2008 election. I mean, I was 12 years old and I was sitting at home watching the election, studying the election with my dad every night. I actively participated in campaign efforts in my AP government class during the 2012 election. I have been invested all along, and now I am just even more invested than I have ever been before, because unlike the discouragement that came from people putting Obama down year after year after year, I finally have found someone in Bernie Sanders who makes me believe that we can make change. Absolutely. Absolutely.
What are you going to do until then?
I'm going to work to implement his platform in my local area and make change in my community.
Hey, Ron, okay. You got a thing?
A phone? Yeah, I do. Do you want to go outside?
Yeah. We can go outside?
Well, we can, but we can't come back in if we do. Are we still going?
Hey, Tim.
Hey, do you guys have, you don't have a battery on you, do you, for phone?
No, I'm sorry.
Just in case?
I have no idea
how much
is on
Jessel
here. Might have it.
Is he inside, though?
This is pretty good. I charged it up pretty good.
Oh, okay, so we're probably good to go.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, where are we walking to?
It's on Ronnie's page.
You guys shared it, didn't you?
I just walk over there and make sure they
Where I walked over there, you can't. Oh, it's on the other side.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to walk over there? Well, we don't. I don't want to miss anything that happens here.
We're gonna miss stuff here.
I really.
I text them. They know.
Do you want me to text? Okay, let me make. I can text to make sure. Is there people on that side too?
people coming in and getting interviewed.
Yeah, that's what we're doing. We're going around and interviewing people and talking with people.
As far as you know, the feed's working and all that good stuff.
Yeah, our feed is definitely working on my page.
And they know that.
I think so. I'm letting Kayla know right now. Sorry, this is some internal Real News dynamics over here.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying. If you wanted to have a for sure internal memo, you can just walk down there and tell them.
No, I know. Yeah, that's
Okay.
true. It's just so far. It's really not far away. Me and Thomas are just being lazy, and we can text.
We also don't want to lose viewers.
Yeah, I don't. Okay, good. Kayla said it's going good on our feed. So.
I'm like, oh.
Let's talk to some other delegates. Let's talk to some other delegates. There's a lot of them in here from all across the country. Let's see over here.
Hey, I have to go.
So, are you running out?
Yeah, running out.
Thanks so much.
Yeah.
Check. Sarah Scott, 27.
All right, well, let's walk and find someone who's not. There's a woman over here. Hey, you have a moment now?
I just want to go check in real quick.
Okay.
I want to make sure everyone is.
Can we come with? Can we follow with? All right. The Real News.
I used to live in DC. I kind of know Baltimore.
And you were mentioning about signs after somebody unfurled a Palestinian flag, signs being ripped out. What happened after the person unfurled the flag on the floor when no one really saw?
I'm not sure what happened with that, to be honest with you. It's been a double-edged sword. We can only have the Hillary signs that they have approved, and all other signs we were getting told to put away.
Even Bernie signs?
No, the Bernie pre-approved signs we were able to use.
Oh, okay. So the ones you guys made that said, like...
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. I'm sorry I'm a little distracted, but I just want to make sure, like...
I think everybody is.
Everybody's everybody's going back now, it looks like.
Go on your phone and change your status, like update your status.
I
say what?
We've actually accomplished our mission.
Yeah.
We wanted to be heard, and I think that people are,
Is there?
No one needs to leave.
No one needs to leave. They've got their speaker in, you guys.
Oh, all right.
So let's stick with them because he's.
Okay, we're gonna follow this spokesperson.
Peaceful, silent manner. They sat on the floor for
Everyone feel free to take a seat.
Yep. Till now, the protesters have been outside the stadium. The inside. The conducting
I'm just trying to find out what's going on over here. I think that maybe their speaker finally might have been let.
Someone with a Jill Stein button.
Someone with a Jill
Apparently.
Stein button. Look
Los
at that.
demócratas aún
Well, do you know
I
where?
heard. Where is she?
electoral unidos, pero por el momento solo hay que verlo. Hillary Clinton tiene
I'll find out
mucho
where maybe
trabajo que
find out
hacer
what's
para conseguir.
Let's all remain calm and collected together.
All right, we don't know what exactly is going to happen. There's going to be a statement. All right, we don't know what's going to happen.
I think we should stick with him though. He's the one who's gonna get the speaker in.
Vamos, ¿qué está pasando?
All right, a lot of confusion.
This is actually the media.
Pennsylvania State Troopers.
Not just making a statement against
So you guys, we're just trying to see what's happening over here. Sorry about the my face in the way.
Everybody's trying to do their sound and video equipment in
It's
this
like
large
hard.
crowd. It's
We're
like
all just like in each other's faces.
Mary Finley.
you got boom poles flying in people's faces.
All right, let's talk to some people instead of making you listen to me over and over again. Hey, do you can I just like do a little bit of it? By the way, this is Tim Pool over here.
Hi.
He's like the live streamer. He's like the
yeah.
streamer of streamers. Show everybody while we're waiting for stuff to happen. It's kind of cool. I know this is like a side note. He's got this cool 360. Look at this. It's wild. It's like a 360 camera.
Yeah.
It takes it from all around.
Let me turn it on.
Oh, thanks. You're like always prepared.
Yep.
Sorry, you don't have to. This is like a silly exchange, but why not?
People love charging now.
Yes, thank you. So he's saving my phone because it's about to die. I wish so many people weren't wearing stickers on their lips because I'd love to see what they're saying. I'm gonna go ahead and tweet this Facebook Live feed so that other people can see it on Twitter. So this is pretty insane. How you've covered a bunch of stuff. Have you been to the conventions before?
Oh yeah. Yeah, in 2012 they were pretty boring. I wasn't there in 2008 though.
And was it anything like, I mean, this is kind of exciting compared to what
2012 was really, really weak. I think the most exciting thing we saw in 2012 was a cop in the middle of the street making loud noises and dancing, doing like a Thriller dance.
That's fun.
Got like 1 million hits on YouTube.
Did you go to the RNC?
Yeah, RNC was nothing.
Yeah, this is like fun and more.
This DNC is crazy, man. At the DNC welcome party, when it was wrapping up, all the Bernie delegates started protesting and chanting for Bernie. They started screaming like "roll call vote, no TPP," and that's when we knew we were expecting something like this. Because this, what was that, day 1? I think we're on day 2. No.
Yeah,
that was a day before the DNC even started. They were protesting, and then yesterday you hear all the booing. They even booed Bernie Sanders.
That was our votes. Do not steal the election. Count every vote.
We must remain calm and united. And we're waiting to go back in for Black Lives Matter.
Okay.
Wait, what's your name?
Kimberly Tucker.
And where are you from?
Chesapeake, Virginia.
Chesapeake, Virginia. Oh, I'm from Virginia. And why are you protesting?
I'm not. I didn't know this was happening. I was going to the bathroom and I saw my brothers and sisters walking, and I wanted to see what was going on and join them. I don't necessarily, that form of protest is not for me, but I stand in solidarity with them. I say that we stay in the Democratic Party and we fight and force change. Democrats should take the lead because Republicans have the same problem with election fraud and voter suppression. So I stand in solidarity, but that's not my way.
What do you mean? What are they doing that like?
It's dem exit. They're leaving.
Oh, these are okay. I didn't actually heard I heard mixed sentiments from people. That's interesting.
It's dem exit.
So can you explain what dem exit means?
Well, they have been talking for a very long time, months actually, about leaving the Democratic Party, and I think the name dem exit kind of sums it up with everything else that
How many people are there?
I'm connected to a lot of social media networks of Bernie Sanders all over the country, all over the world actually, and people. So I can't even number it. It's a lot of them.
So you're going to be voting for Clinton, though?
I hope, sincerely hope, that Hillary Clinton earns my vote. I'm hoping.
She has to earn your vote. In the meantime, I mean, do you feel, you say you're in solidarity. I've heard a lot of, that's interesting because I feel like a lot of people when they come to the dem exit stuff say the opposite, where they just like completely chastise. But you seem like you're sort of more...
No, you know what? During the civil rights movement, there were lots of different forms of protest. There's silent protest. There's dem exit. There's the kind of protest where you stay and you fight, and that's what I think. But our voices will not be silenced. When you suppress the vote, you silence us, and we will not be silenced. Count every vote. Every vote. Do not suppress the vote.
I have a question. During the primary, there was a lot of this talk about how all Sanders supporters are like white men, and you're not a white man.
Today, I'm not a white man.
What are your thoughts on that? The fact that was like that sort of narrative.
I don't know. And we're also supposed to be young, and my son is old. He's 32, so he's almost 30. So I'm 50. I'm 50 years old, and I'm a burner. So you have one time, I think, in a lifetime to have an opportunity to elect someone who has the ability to inspire the world, and the Democratic Party squandered that opportunity, and they squandered it by suppressing the votes, by not counting all the votes, election fraud is basically it, and you didn't hear about it in the media because they were complicit. I'm sorry.
Excuse me, do you suspect that there was any fraud in terms of counting
Well,
votes?
you know, we can't. The way what we know is that the margin of error, the difference between the exit polls and the election results normally falls within, I think, a 3% margin of error. And there are 12 states, primary states and caucuses, where that margin of error was 15 to 20%. That's a red flag. And in every single instance, it benefited Hillary Clinton. That's silencing our vote. That is silencing our vote.
Can I ask you can't move backward and change what has happened. How do you move forward from here?
Absolutely not. You can't move backward. But the Democratic Party needs to acknowledge that there are issues with our election process. We are not angry. We are not disgruntled. We're not happy. But what is completely unacceptable is suppressing the vote, election fraud. This is not the Jim Crow era. We're better than that. Kimberly, K-I-M-R-L-Y. Our vote will not be silenced. When you suppress the vote, when you commit election fraud, you silence our votes, and this is America, and we are better than that. We are better than that. And that is why people are exiting. The narrative will be that Bernie Sanders supporters are just angry and disgruntled. That's not why we're angry. We're angry because our votes were silenced. That's why we're angry. You will not silence our vote.
Things happening.
Jeffrey. Good.
Who is that?
He's the one who basically is for the front end and all this. He's trying to coordinate someone speaking. It's not working. There's some stuff going on outside. Maybe we should go check it out. What do you think?
Yeah.
Or we can look from the window.
I mean, let's just follow this crowd.
Okay, so everybody seems to be getting up from the sit-in and going back outside towards the arena. I don't know if arena passes. Well, just go with the crowd.
So it looks like they're finally leaving.
So that was a little Black Lives Matter chant, and now everybody looks to be going back. We got some people over here who are demonstrating what they feel they have no voice. And let's see if the police even let us get out. I don't know what's going to happen here. So we're just waiting to find out if we're going to be let out. I'm not sure what. Are the police preventing people from leaving the media place now? Or is it just too crowded?
They're complaining that the press can't work.
Who's complaining?
The security people.
Wait, but the press is working.
Right.
Yeah.
Are you guys press? Or no? You're
No,
you're not. Well, hey, we're stuck here together. We're streaming live.
Okay.
We're with the Real News Network. We're press. Thanks a lot. We can't work.
Yeah.
I'm just joking, obviously. Oh, so you're Sanders delegates. Are you from the same state?
Yeah.
Well, we're both from Houston, Texas.
Oh, okay, Texas. So that was prime Clinton territory. What made you walk out? I'm sorry. What's your name?
Prince Winbush.
And how old are you?
I'm 22 years old.
And what made you walk out?
When I saw him concede and just call off the vote, I was horrified. I mean, I've worked really hard. I've gone to multiple states, and it felt like it just hurt to leave and see, especially somebody I don't believe in, somebody I don't believe is honest and trustworthy. And then for someone who worked as hard as he did to just give up like that, I had to leave. I don't believe in Hillary Clinton. I've been a lifelong Democrat, but I don't believe in her.
Why don't you believe in Hillary?
I feel like I just feel like in general, she's changed on so many things. I feel like back in 2008 when I watched the debates, President Obama made some really good points about her. I don't see her as a leader. I see her as somebody who follows public opinion, and the public opinion isn't if public opinion on something is positive, she's not going to go with it. I feel like to be a leader, you have to sometimes make unpopular opinions and then bring people to your side. She doesn't do that. She rolls with whatever people are throwing at her. And I also believe that she's a war hawk. So,
A war hawk?
Yes.
Are you exiting the Democratic Party?
I'm not in a place to say that right now.
Well, are you going to vote? It sounds like you're not. Maybe you're not going to vote for her in November.
I'm definitely not saying I'm not going to vote for her because I hate Donald Trump. I hate him with every part of my being.
I guess you're in a red state.
So I can't say right now. I can tell you that I'm not voting for Donald Trump.
So what do you say? That's interesting. You say she's a war hawk. It's last week she had this private fundraiser with a prominent neoconservative who helped architect the Iraq War, headlining it and raising money for her. Does that concern you? Like when you think of Hillary Clinton?
Hillary Clinton in general. Her vote, I think that her vote for the Iraq War was completely incorrect. I think that if she had thought about it, if she listened to her constituents, they wouldn't have had her chasing these wild dudes for chasing terrorism. It's a horrible idea. So I think she is. I come from two parents who are both veterans. So
your parents are veterans.
Yes. So that's just me.
Well, thank you very much. We appreciate it. What are you going to do moving forward?
I'm going to continue organizing locally. I'm a precinct chair in Texas, so I am a part of the Democratic Party. So
do you feel like the Democratic Party can be reformed? I know that's another
absolutely.
question.
I absolutely believe that it can be reformed. I think that just this election cycle, we've seen a lot of things change. So hopefully that these changes that are on paper will become real life. So that's all I hope.
All right, well, thank you very much
Thank
for
you.
chatting with us. Let's go see if we can get
Here, let's go this way.
let's go see if we can get outside. It sounds like there's some
As Hillary Clinton
disturbing
was officially nominated,
people's
told me
lives.
there was no noise.
So I hear noise coming out from here. I don't know what's happening. Somebody's what?
It looks like someone. I thought someone was speaking.
It is crowded. Why don't we go out here and see what's going on? I know we won't be able to come back in the media tent, but
I don't think we
out?
can go.
Oh, okay, we can.
Oh, okay. That's why people go. Okay.
Okay. Let's see. So it got really filled up outside. Really filled up with people. I don't know how many of them are media and how many of them are protesters.
Something's happening there.
There's only a few. At this point, I don't know if it's just media who can't get back in the tent.
What's happening right here? I don't know. People went in there and
People went in this
So everybody
meeting.
followed.
cubicle and cops and Secret Service are blocking others from getting in. I don't know if it's a negotiation or what's going on.
Oh, interesting.
I have no idea.
Okay. Thanks. All right. So people are meeting inside this space.
No idea, but everybody's just crowding around and we're all hearing rumors and probably making half of it up, but I guess we'll find out eventually. It's amazing, there's just like a closed door and everybody's like gathered around it. I'm not really sure what's happening.
This is what it helps with home.
Oh, that's your media tent?
Yeah.
With your, who are you with?
For BuzzFeed?
BuzzFeed, yeah.
Oh, that's BuzzFeed stuff? Why is it closed off?
I don't know. I just got here.
Oh, fun stuff. All right, well, so we've got a BuzzFeed reporter who can't get in the BuzzFeed media tent. I don't know what's happening in there, but it's now
Should I try and
Sure, yeah, you've got the longer arm.
This is where you can see how tall I am. I'm not really that tall. I don't think I can reach it. There's some sort of meeting going on out here. I don't think anyone knows exactly what's going on. There's security. And this is the BuzzFeed media area. Booth, tent, space, cubicle. Hey, Ron. Huh?
You got anything?
No, I don't.
All right, let's try and
I'm
get
just-
out. Let's try and get out of here because I don't know what's happening. Do you know what's happening outside of this? Okay, no one seems to really know what's happening outside of here.
Norman would know. This is Norman Solomon.
Oh, where's Norman? Norman
Right there.
Solomon. Norman Solomon? Hi, I'm Rania Khaled with the Real News and Shadow Proof. We're streaming live.
Wow, great.
How convenient. So, can we talk to you for a couple minutes
Sure.
while we're all stuck here?
I may simulcast, so to speak, on Pacifica. But,
Okay, cool.
Well, yeah, do you have any questions?
Yeah. So wait, can you tell us? So this is Norman Solomon, and what's your position?
Well, I'm a Bernie Sanders delegate from the state of California, and I'm coordinator of the Bernie Delegates Network, which is a loose network of information sharing and surveys among Bernie delegates. Our group, Bernie Delegates Network, was not involved in the planning of this at all. As a matter of fact, I just discovered it leaving the hall after the roll call vote about 40 minutes ago.
Oh.
So I just got to report that these are actually DNC who are debating what's going to happen with the crowd right here.
They're letting people out.
Yeah.
Okay, so the DNC was debating what they were going to do with the
because they
crowd.
blocked off right here. There are police who blocked off the doors. So
Right.
they were trying to decide what they're going to do.
Well, that sort of resonates with my impression, and I think it's ill-advised for the DNC. Of course, they're probably shocked and not sure how to handle it, but it's ill-advised to constrain the free movement of the delegates. Really, we're delegates, So
Is there a reason why they did that?
Hey, I would only be guessing.
Well, I've heard a lot of suppression tactics coming from some DNC representatives from Bernie delegates saying that they've been ripping down their signs or taking away their signs.
Well, I think there's been an effort by the DNC to constrain the visual expression of support for Bernie Sanders. I mean, the signs have not been just allowed into the convention hall. We were told that no, they have to be authorized signs, and there's some ways to a limited degree get around that. But it's sort of the effort to fold up the Bernie campaign, and Bernie is folding up his campaign, but people have a sense that we want to carry forward the spirit and the organizing, and we're here, in Philadelphia at the convention as elected delegates for a couple plus days yet.
Do you think? It seems like that tactic is actually turning people off. I hear a lot of talk from people saying that, not necessarily here, but throughout the convention, saying that they don't want to vote for Democrats anymore because of what the DNC is doing. It seems to be pushing them away. So how do you respond to that when people are feeling that way?
Well, I think these are concentric problems because the way in which the DNC responds to nonviolent, legitimate challenges at the convention is both literally a problem and an embodiment, a representation, a metaphor for the way in which the electoral system is dominated by big money, by corporations, by the fact that we've had, as the WikiLeaks has exposed with the emails of the Democratic National Committee, there's been an eagerness not to be even-handed. So when you have people who claim to be even-handed who aren't, naturally, we noticed it at the time. Bernie was saying it on TV 6 months ago, and now, a week ago, the emails give exposure of that with evidence. And so now, it's a real challenge, and people have to sort things out. But when I was growing up, and I think still now, you could say that there's a split among ruling circles at some historic moments. And there's a major split among ruling circles, represented by Trump and Clinton. And that's an important split. And one side of the split, in very profound terms, is aligned with the most nativist, racist, misogynist, xenophobic aspects of American society, both institutional and individual-based constituencies. And I believe it's very important to defeat that. So I hope that people who are looking at our need to really challenge the Democratic Party nationally and across the country, it's crucial that we look at our own self-interest, which is to defeat Trump. And despite the fantasies spun by Jill Stein and the Green Party, the only way to do that is with Hillary Clinton at this stage in swing states. Now, I live in California. I'm not going to vote for Hillary Clinton. Why should I?
Right.
It's not a swing state. It's a safe lock. And if you live in Texas and it's going to go for Trump no matter what, again, why is it progressive? Should you vote for Hillary Clinton? She's a warmonger. She's somebody who's corporately aligned. She loves Wall Street. Wall Street loves her, et cetera, et cetera. But in swing states, this is where the differential is.
So would you say that people who are so it sounds like what you're advocating, I know that Sanders is trying to rebuild some movement on the local level by having people run. In these safer states where it's either, predominantly red or very much strongly blue, would you in those states be advocating against third parties? Because I do know that there are people who are advocating the idea of third parties in safe states.
I think it's important to pull the thread between presidential and other races, because whether you're in California or Indiana or Mississippi or Ohio, if you can run strong Green Party candidates for city council, for school board, you can do tremendous work. And I personally believe.
I'm sorry.
We're live on national radio, and Norman Solomon, this is Margaret Prescott hosting.
Thank you so much, Norman. Thank you. So that was funny. I was like annoyed at first that guy was on the phone, but he was his guy. He was his media setup guy. So that was great. That was Norman Solomon. You see, I think what you see here is a lot of different ideas about how to move forward. Norman Solomon just presented us with this strategy of, running maybe third-party candidates or progressive candidates in safer states that are, strongly blue or strongly red. And there's a lot of people that you hear that from, and then other people are advocating third parties everywhere. They don't want to vote for Hillary Clinton, even in swing states. And then you also hear from people who are even Bernie supporters who are very strongly against, third parties and just, vote for Hillary Clinton no matter where you are, because that's the safest way to organize moving forward. Regardless of what whether you agree with any of those positions or one of them, I think it is interesting that this conversation is being had. I don't think this conversation has been had in a really long time. I don't know whether to look at you, Thomas, or the camera, but
yeah, something's also happening behind here. They went back.
So the DNC representatives went back inside.
Yeah, I think they're trying to figure out what they're going to do about this divide. Blocked off the doors, so half the protesters are inside the building, and then half the protesters are outside, as you can see. So they had an initial meeting.
They come to an agreement.
They came out. I don't know what was said. We were interviewing Norman Solomon in the meantime, and then they've gone back in for a second meeting. So I don't know exactly what's going on.
So it must be fun to be you. To block the door. Are you just secure? Are all of you just secure? Obviously, you're the police.
Is it just a meeting about security? Just trying to figure out what to do about security?
Just talking about security? Like, are these dead DNC people?
They're not supposed to.
I don't think you know.
So
Yeah, they don't know.
We're not going to get an answer, but we can get an expression.
It doesn't hurt to ask an expression. Well, let's look around here and see what's happening.
Why don't you ask someone?
I know she was trying to leave earlier.
Whoever went in there was a woman who was out here for a little bit and then went back in. So I think she said a couple.
That's where the DNC people are in there, and they're deciding probably what to do, whether they'll
because they came out. They came
lock us up.
Yeah, because
are you a delegate as well, or are you just with you're with media guy?
Yeah, Pacific.
Oh, you're with Pacific.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I thought you were like his media guy or something and setting it up.
We're allies.
Okay, cool. So you're like fellow media. Cool. Real news.
Yeah. I think we met at People Summit. That's what it was.
Yeah. Sorry to interrupt there, but we're live.
No problem.
It's cool. Just, at first I was like, why is this guy yelling next to me? But you were trying to get him on. Okay.
We had him set up right already.
No, totally fair. You got him first. So yeah, I don't really. Hello. Hey, I wonder if we can hear people. Look at this. What's going on?
Maybe we can get him on the phone.
I wish we could hear you. Do you have a number? Do you have a phone number? Maybe I can call him. Oh, this guy's got the VIP access
too. 15%.
Oh no, well I'm at 12%.
Oh shit.
Shama is texting me. Shama Sawant is texting me.
Oh, maybe she wants to talk.
She is a city council member
in Seattle, Washington, for the socialist candidate. Council member.
So, okay, I'm gonna call this guy and get us a report on what's happening outside since they won't let us out. All right, sorry, I'm like a little slow at the moment because I'm hungry. Oh, so it's in here. Hold on, can you fix that? It is hilarious. Thank God for smartphones,
So I wasn't at the convention in 2012, but from what I hear, it was much more boring.
Yeah, I think this is actually like...
Were you there in 2012?
I was not, but it did look boring, except for there was one thing, there was a couple kerfuffles. I just used the word kerfuffle. There was a couple of kerfuffles
make a comeback.
on the floor of the convention, but they were just not as dramatic as this. I really wish we could get outside.
I know, yeah. No, you can. Why are we saying this?
Should we leave?
Yeah, let's just go. Yeah, tell them we can go.
Oh, executive Walkout. Okay,
I have
hang on.
freaking amnesia. I forgot they told us we could leave all the way at the end.
Why don't we get a phone that is charged?
Let's go get a charger.
I'm just going to find out from this guy what's happening outside because we don't want to leave if, all right. It took me a while to get through. So.
They might not let us back in is the only thing.
Oh, it didn't go through. It wouldn't let me complete. Yeah, that's weird. Let's try again. Here. Recent. This is you, right? Oh, wrong number. Yeah, that's you.
This is a physical language barrier.
This is hilarious, is what it is. This is what happens when you're not when the police put barricades. What? Oh, okay, I see. What's my number? Okay, here we go. 571-239. Oh, I shouldn't say that out loud. That's my phone number.
Yeah.
Not that I don't want everyone calling me, but this is really funny. We should at some point though go get a charge.
Yeah.
Maybe we can find Mr. Tim.
We should have asked Cameron when it was.
Oh, did we lose? He's somewhere in here, I think.
Yeah, I think he is. Maybe we can go try and find him.
Let's see if it goes through.
Because we have a portable charger. Actually, I have it in my bag.
Okay, do you want to go and come meet me back here?
Yeah.
Go run and go get it? Okay, Thomas is going to be back.
Wait, where are you going to be?
Right here, I'll stay here. Hey! Hello! What is your name? George. Okay, and you're a Sanders delegate? This is George, he's talking to me. Can you see him? Here, I'll do this. George is talking to me on the phone. He's a Sanders delegate. There's a barricade between us, between the media tent. So how did you get trapped outside, George? How did you get trapped outside? Oh, so he got here a little bit late. Ah, where are you delegate from? Georgia. And what's going on outside? Is anything happening outside? Just say that one more time. Say that one more time. Put it closer to your mouth. Put it closer to your mouth. There you go. Can you say it again? Outside it is? Inside? Oh, they flooded the auditorium. Okay, so are they going back in to go back to the convention? They're trying to replace, I'm sorry, say that again? Oh, okay, so you're trying to go back inside? Are they letting you back inside on the other side? Oh, they're letting in Democrats. What does that mean? Oh, okay. All right. Well, the connection's really bad. It's really hard to hear you, but as soon as my colleague comes back, we're going to come outside and try and talk to you so we can actually hear what you're saying. But this has been interesting. Well, how many people got? There's still people in here. It was probably, I would say, like about a couple hundred might have squeezed in here, I would guess. It was a couple hundred before they shut the door down. Hi, look, it's another person that's stuck outside. But it seems like it's a little bit more lively outside than it is inside here. Right now, where the DNC is currently in this BuzzFeed media tent or media booth, talking out what they're going to do about this. So. What is it? It was about 75 delegations? Oh, 75 police officers. Wow, so he's saying there's 75 police officers that are blocking the door and have been blocking the door. It's a lot of cops. That's insane. I mean, I can't imagine they came on their own volition. They were probably ordered to in some capacity. But oh, here he is. So what we're George, right? Okay, is that there's like 75 police officers guarding the doors still, and I disagree. All of them came because they were supposed to, but also I imagine that the DNC or the media or somebody asked them to stay and station at the doors because they still won't leave, and the DNC is hashing out what's going to happen in this room behind us. Okay, so he's saying if we can hold this building, hold it for the next 3 days. He wants people to sit in here. Why don't we go find out what's happening over there before we decide to go outside? Thank you so much, George, for the report. Appreciate it. Yep. So I guess some people tried to get out, but are there still a lot of people in here? I haven't been.
I actually don't know. I didn't. I sort of skipped it.
Those gloves are funny. So it seems to have like outside people have sort of like spread out a little bit. It's not as large. I guess there's some people who seem to be staying here. And it's not because they can't leave, right? They can leave. You can leave, but you're deciding to stay in here. Is that right?
We're going to be going into the convention to stand in solidarity with Black Lives Matter.
Oh, so as soon as that starts to happen, you guys are going to go out?
Okay.
So they're going to go out, they're just staying in for the time being. Are you a Bernie delegate?
Yeah.
Okay, what state are you from? And what's
California.
Your name? And what's your name?
Joey Astrobaum. I don't think I have any cards, but I can show you it if you like.
Okay, well, what made you come out here with everybody?
You know, like the campaign, this was grassroots. There were discussions. Wasn't anything that was super planned. Mostly it was an act of mourning. This is a sad day for the Democratic Party. It's a sad day for peace, for the planet, for the people.
Oh, they're opening the doors.
Okay, so they're opening the doors. I guess they're probably opening to leave. Or somebody, somebody trying to leave.
The police have been absolutely amazing about how they've done this. Things were handled.
Everybody's like complimenting the police, which is interesting, right? You don't usually see that happening. Everybody's very they feel the police were polite.
Okay, police are blue collar workers. They're the working class too, and the people need to stay together. The working class needs to stay together because this country is continually going towards those who already own things instead of the people who actually put in the hours. And so it's really helpful it's only helpful to one class of people when the rest of us fight each other because of race, religion, ethnicity, police against other workers, unemployed, against homeless, against whites, against blacks. It's all just division. When the real enemy is inequality, the real enemy is war, and the real enemy is the destruction of the planet.
Thank you so much for your time.
Excuse me.
Wait, what did he say? What did he say about what?
He said something is meeting with Jill Stein.
Okay, let's follow him then, because I'm trying to find her right now.
Okay, ask that guy, the guy in the suit.
The one who's been like...
The guy.
He's meeting with Jill Stein, are you sure?
No. Yeah, he said something.
That's the meeting with Jill Stein.
Who is?
The guy.
Some dude in a suit.
Okay, so where you're going right now?
Yes, he's saying if you want to meet
I'm
Jill
going
Stein.
in.
Okay, so let's follow him.
Their support for the Black Lives Matter movement.
Jill Stein. We're going to meet with Jill Stein, everyone. Oh, no.
Who? This way.
Who are you with?
I'm a delegate.
You're a delegate.
Yeah.
Okay. What's your name?
Edgar.
Edgar.
Nebraska.
Oh, Nebraska. All right.
Yeah.
And you know where Jill Stein is?
Yeah, I just had her with me. I said, I gotta take a picture with you because nobody's gonna believe me. I just had her.
Oh, well, let's go find her. Let's lead the way.
All
I
right.
believe you.
We need as many as possible.
Okay.
I hope she's still there. That took forever. They wouldn't let me in.
Oh, yeah.
They were barricading the door. This way.
All right, so there's people who are really enthusiastic to meet with Jill Stein. We're interested to see how this goes.
What state are you from?
I'm a journalist. What about you? Are you a delegate as well?
Yes.
You're from?
CD 44, California.
Okay, so where's Edgar going? Is this your friend Edgar?
I don't know.
No, you're following him.
He said stay right here. He said
Stay right here. He's like rallying the troops. Let's follow him anyways. So I'd like to see this meeting. These are Democrats wanting to meet with Jill. The Real News Network.
We're based in Baltimore, independent.
We'd love to. Oh, hi. Nice to meet you.
With the delegates right now. I have her waiting for us right now.
Get this on tape. Look, they're talking about meeting with Jill Stein. He's trying to rally Bernie Sanders delegates.
The delegate leadership.
Oh, delegate leadership. Okay.
No, I'm asking.
No, he's trying to rally delegates who were inside the media tent sitting out to come out and meet with Jill Stein.
Where is she?
He's gonna take us that way.
Somebody's making an announcement over here. We should stick around here.
I think this is fascinating. I'd like to see how this turns out.
Yeah.
I'm sure that there's people who are going to be live streaming this. I'm interested to see how. Would you want to? Well, do you know for sure where she is? I just want to make sure we don't go the wrong way. Hey, do you know where she is for sure?
Yeah, I swear.
Okay.
I'm not lying to you.
All right. No, I don't think you would. I'm just wondering if like you think you know or you definitely know. He's trying to rally people, but they're like not coming. So it is interesting. Jill Stein apparently is inside the convention at the moment somewhere. We're trying to find out where. And people who want to leave, or people who are very upset that Bernie Sanders did not win and don't support Hillary Clinton and don't want to support the Democratic Party, some of them are expressing interest in meeting with Jill Stein, who's a third-party candidate, as you know, for the Green Party, which is interesting because typically there's a lot of animosity. This is right here is Pam Keeley from Washington. Are you?
We're going to meet Jill Stein, Nina Turner.
Okay,
we've got.
You know for sure that they're
waiting for
Jill
us.
Stein and Nina Turner.
We're following Pam over here. Oh God, we don't have our arena passes. Is she in the arena? We'd love to.
No, we are going outside.
Oh, outside.
And then we are going
outside the Democratic convention.
We are not going back.
No, I mean, is Jill Stein here? I hear
she is here.
Inside.
She was inside before.
Okay.
She was outside our delegation.
Where are you going right now, though?
We're going to meet
Jill Stein
and Nina Turner.
But where are they? Do you know?
No.
Some fellow came and told us to come this way.
Okay, so where did he go? That's Andrew.
Oh, he's probably going to see this mob and run up to the
Do
front.
you know where he went?
He's just trying to rally.
My sister. Okay, we should probably stick with him because I think that he is the one who knows where she is. And also, we may need to go grab our arena passes.
Well, I mean, he's following us.
Oh, okay. No, where? I don't see him.
Well, wasn't he also directing?
No, it was Edgar that was directing everyone.
I thought you were talking to him. He didn't know.
He walked,
I think there's enough people that it seems like they know.
I don't think they know where they're going.
I don't know. They don't know?
Yeah.
Well, we'll see.
Let's find out. So this is an interesting dynamic. These people want to go meet with Jill Stein and Nina Turner.
And that's a big...
Oh, there are people clapping for what happened. We're excited. Why are they clapping for Bernie? They're not. I don't know who they're clapping for. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah, because they're going to meet with Jill Stein right now.
Oh, so they're angry at you guys.
Yeah.
Oh,
okay. So there's a split. It sounds like in the Bernie camp about what to do next, and some people want to support Jill Stein.
Everyone has to go their own way.
And some people are upset about that.
Everyone has to vote their conscience. It is what it is. This is supposed to be a democracy, so...
What's your name?
He's the guy we're supposed to follow. Where is he?
I don't know.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm unintentionally leading a march now.
Everybody just started walking this way.
Where do we go?
I don't know. Do you guys actually know where she is?
To the front of the convention center to meet Jill Stein.
Okay, that's where.
Oh, okay. There we go.
So thank you.
Look at this guy.
And Nina Turner will be in FDR Park waiting for us.
Where's that?
I have no idea.
Is it outside of the convention center?
Not too sure. I'm still voting for Al.
Okay. Who are you? Are you a delegate?
I'm a delegate from Colorado.
From Colorado. And what's your name?
Drew.
Drew. And what are your thoughts on the people who are upset that there's people who want to support Jill Stein?
It's a free country. It's a democracy. We have a right to support who we believe will better represent us. And
go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah. I mean, what they just did in the DNC right now, they just elected Donald Trump.
Why do you say that? What do you mean? Can you elaborate?
Yeah. Bernie Sanders stands 10 points ahead of Trump. Hillary's behind 5.
Oh, I see what you mean. Okay.
We just elected you don't put a horse with a paralyzed leg in a race.
So this is fascinating. Let's get what's going on behind us. These are
Black Lives Matter! 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 Black Lives Matter!
On the way to go.
Black Lives Matter!
This is a little bit unprecedented.
Black Lives Matter!
That way. Oh, you got them?
Yeah.
It's a bit unprecedented. At a Democratic convention, you have a third-party nominee. I remember Jill Stein back during the. There's people over there. Back during the Democratic debates, or I'm sorry, the presidential debates back in 2012. I remember Jill Stein got arrested for protesting because she, as a Green Party candidate for president, was not allowed to participate in those debates. And it's come quite a long way where now there's a lot of people who are disillusioned by what happened with Hillary Clinton. Hey, Edgar, are you a Stein supporter? As of today, so you were not before. So what made you change your mind? Now you're Bernier bus now. What made you change your mind?
Bernier bus.
Oh, so what makes you...
Well, that means if it was anybody else but Bernie, we were going to walk out.
So what made you change from Bernier bus to now you want to vote for Jill Stein?
Because I think the progressive movement needs to continue. And to give us a way to do it.
But isn't a vote for Jill Stein effectively a vote for Donald Trump?
Let's go. I want to hear what the answer is.
Isn't a vote for Jill Stein effectively a vote for
Well, I want to hear the answer to that.
Hang tight, okay? Hang tight. I'm gonna go grab this.
I'm sick of that question.
Yeah, well, I am too, but I'd also like to hear how they'll answer it. I mean, for some people, it's a legitimate question.
That's true. That's true.
Oh, so they're going together. How did she get a delegate pass?
She got a delegate pass?
That was nice.
This is where delegates congregate. We're not actually supposed to be in here. I think that's Nina Turner.
Oh yeah, no,
I thought
it's
I saw
not.
her. No.
It's funny though because Nina was wearing the same dress.
Did we lose our friend?
Yesterday.
Did we lose our friend Edgar?
You know what that means behind you? You know what that means behind you?
Did we lose Edgar? I mean, he assumed he's going to
Maybe.
come back that way. So we are in the delegate area right now. Apparently Jill Stein is somewhere here. We're not supposed to really be in this area. It's kind of... Or no, we are. I don't know why that was a weird entrance.
Because we don't have a board.
Do you see? So maybe we should run back outside. So basically, we're. Oh, it's Roland Martin.
Yeah, right.
Hi, Roland.
How you doing?
Nice to see you.
All good. Y'all look good?
I've never seen you in person.
Okay, well,
You look
I'm here.
I like your suit. It's very snazzy.
Appreciate it. We can't do boring.
No.
Can't do boring.
I like it's not like blue or black. You know?
Hell no. And plus, they're not gonna get creative with cufflinks, so.
Woo!
Is that gonna happen?
We're live streaming right now. Say
Okay.
hello, say
Live
hello with the
stream.
real
You're
news.
shooting into the light.
I know.
Oh, yeah.
It looks terrible.
Swing that way.
Live streams look terrible anyway.
Swing that way.
So Roland,
So how you doing?
Have you, as somebody who's been covering these kinds of conventions for a long time, have you ever seen anything like this? At a Democratic convention, there's a lot of
Yes.
attention. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm the first. Okay, here's your deal. You will have more attention at the Democratic convention than you will at a Republican convention because you have far more interest involved. Reverend Jackson, what's going on? Good to see you.
Yeah, we got Jesse Jackson over here.
Appreciate it. You all good?
Yeah.
1980. It's a great historic breakthrough with the Hillary victory. Today, it's a breakthrough. I spent a lot of time with Bernie.
Hold on 1 second. Here's the mic. So I want to get this. Got it. Come on.
I'm so sorry.
It's 30 seconds.
Okay.
All right. Come on. Just roll. Hold on. Y'all getting the benefit as well.
Yeah, look at that.
Hey, what's Fred? Reverend, first woman.
And that's a breakthrough. It's a long time coming. You know, if India was running could guide India, and Golda Meir, Israel, and Thatcher, Britain, a woman could guide America. So it's a long time coming. But I'm just as impressed with the Bernie and Hillary forces coming together. I spent a long time with Bernie Sanders today. And I think by the time that we leave here Friday, we'll be well for healing. I think if Keane and Hillary is the ticket, with Bernie, that's the team. The team can win.
Got it. Appreciate it, Reverend. I'm on the air.
All right, so I wish I gotten to ask him a question, but
kind of like Hollywood.
Should we?
There you go.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Hey, no, that's what we were asking you though. The tension. You've said you've seen it before. Where?
No. I've seen it before at conventions, and so you have that. Remember, everybody forget that was tension in 2008. I mean, I was in Denver.
Oh yeah, I wasn't. I mean, I was like still gonna see it.
So again, so you had attention there as well. But again, that's a part of the process. And the bottom line is, you have folks who have strong feelings about candidates. At the end of the day, at some point, you got to decide that even though you might oppose in a primary, who is your common enemy in the fall? And for Democrats, it's Donald Trump.
Can I ask you something? This is something that I've been hearing, and also kind of bothers me a little bit too. Is the people some of the people who are responsible for crafting and architecting the Iraq War, like Robert Kagan, are fundraising with the Hillary Clinton campaign.
Okay.
So obviously Trump is very dangerous, but the people who also brought us some of the worst things that have taken place in the Middle East and other parts of the world with foreign policy are aligning themselves behind the Democrat.
But here's the deal. There is no purity test in politics. None. So you might have folks who are critical of banks, but you have bankers here. You're going to have people who are critical of other interests. They're here. That's the nature of politics. And so they're going to be involved in it as well.
And
Okay?
what do you say to
Real quick, I need the microphone. Sorry, I got to interview Mark
do your thing.
Morial. I'm sorry. Real quick, give me 30 seconds. Sorry.
Keep it. It's all good. I hear you. Hey, man, I hear you. I don't blame you.
All right,
Well, thank you. Thank you for talking. Should we go find
Jill? So
Oh, no, let's go back outside. He was
the
gonna
Jill
bring her
group.
outside.
But they came in here.
Yeah, I know, but he went to bring her outside. He's gonna
Okay,
bring her
okay,
outside. So why don't we go back outside and find out what's going on with Jill's side?
See my second.
Or I can ask my friend or who I know out there.
Make sure, because they're also going to cut to us.
Who is?
Real news.
Okay. So let's stick around here for, I want to find out if she actually did come outside. Which way did we go? This way, right?
Yeah.
Did we see her outside? Alright, let's go find out what
There's an action on Broad Street with Nina Turner.
okay, I don't know where Broad Street's.
Broad Street is up where the subway is.
Right, it's still inside the convention like security zone.
No, that's on the board. That's right on the border.
Looks like people are still out here waiting for Jill's time.
Are these all fillers?
I don't
Where are all
know.
these people coming from?
Oh, what are fillers?
Fillers, like we've left the seats.
Okay, she's coming out. We're losing a lot of delegates. I'm trying to get them
Why
to
is
stay
she coming
together.
out sooner?
Well, there's press all around her, and she's aware that.
Do you know where she is though? Like
Yeah.
we're trying to find her.
Okay, I'm gonna bring her right here to you. She'll be right here. But I just need your help keeping all the Bernie delegates together because I'm telling her there's gonna be delegates and we're losing them.
You know what I think is kind of funny is I keep hearing that people who want to support Jill Stein or even supported Bernie Sanders were all white men, and I keep meeting people who you don't look like a white man to me. I keep meeting people who aren't white men. What's your background?
Latino.
You're Latino. And I guess is that something that bothers you about Clinton? Is the her stance towards deporting immigrant children?
Well, among many things that bother me, but primarily is her desire to continue meddling in the Middle East, for one thing. These regime change wars that she keeps, interventionist wars that she keeps taking us on. And her contributions from Wall Street, her contributions from big oil companies are not for the interest of the American people.
And you said you're a lifelong Democrat. You've been a lifelong Democrat?
No,
You
actually,
said that? Okay.
I mean, I've always voted Democrat, but as far as participating in the political process beyond voting, this is really my first go at it, and all because of Bernie Sanders. So we love Bernie, we love everything he did for the country, but, we got a lot of supporters that from here, where do we go from here, so.
What's your full name? Edgar.
De Leon.
How do you spell that?
D-E-L-E-O-N.
And how old are you?
I'm 37.
37. That's interesting. Bernie Sanders got you inspired. I keep meeting people who, for the first time, have been inspired. Like in politics, they sort of were maybe voted during elections, but they didn't really engage that much. And now it's different. There's a lot of people walking in. I'm not sure where they're coming from, but I'm not sure what's going on the inside either.
This guy just
what happened? What?
said they were fillers.
Oh, I don't know. That guy keeps also just making really random claims, so I don't know.
Who does?
Some guy just keeps making random claims that I can't confirm. But yeah, no. I mean, so you, what was your position and what state were you from again?
I'm a Bernie delegate from Nebraska.
And what was your position there? Were you like
No, I ran for county delegate. I attended my first caucus for Bernie.
Wow.
I phone banked for the first time for Bernie. I donated to a political campaign for the first time for Bernie.
$27?
I gave a little more than that. And, I gladly did it because I thought he had the best interest of the middle class, which is really important to me. I don't think putting a millionaire or a billionaire in an office is going to do America, especially not the working and middle class, any good.
So I keep hearing from people, is it your vote for Jill Stein, a vote for Donald Trump? And so what's your response to people who make that critique?
Well, I haven't decided on voting for Jill Stein.
Okay.
I'm just wondering if there's a way to go here. Like, I see so many people taking off, disenchanted, and I'm wondering, could we make a run in a third party, you know, and still have the messages that were so important to Bernie Sanders, you know, come to fruition?
Where?
Right there.
DeRay, are you going to see? Can we talk to you for a minute on the Real News? DeRay won't stop to talk to us. He also blocked me on Twitter, so I'm not really sure why.
Yeah. So me personally, as of right now, where I stand today, I'm writing Bernie Sanders in. That's what I committed to do. You know, when we said Bernie or bust, we meant it. And
well, that's interesting about the third-party stuff. I've heard some people talking about what about building third-party candidates in states that are solid blue or solid red, and then that way you're not really affecting the election in terms of, you know, siphoning off votes, but you're building something outside of the Democratic Party. Does that sound like something that you might support, or do you think that the Democratic Party can be reformed?
well, at this point, no. I think it's pretty obvious that the Democratic Party is going to do what they want to do, and that's what's so disenchanting to all of us, that believe we can make a difference. You know, we're told, you know, since we were able to vote, hey, you can make a difference, you vote, your voice matters, and even in the face of having confirmation that the election was rigged, well, it didn't make a difference, did it? So, here we are.
Well, thank you so much for taking the time. We're here with Edgar, waiting for Jill Stein to come out at some point, hopefully, because we're interested to see how this conversation goes.
Well, let's go see if we can bring her out.
Let's go. Let's go.
All right, we're gonna go get Jill Stein. Why did DeRay block?
We lost Edgar.
No, it's just selling people. Why did DeRay block you?
Oh, well, I asked him some tough questions on Twitter about his association with Teach for America, DeRay McKesson, and he didn't like that, and so at some point he blocked me. And you know, DeRay, I think he's done important work on, I guess, you know, with getting people interested and on an important issue of police brutality, but I don't think that means we shouldn't critique people, especially people who are public figures. I think that they should be critiqued and they should be asked tough questions. And I do find it interesting that a lot of public figures do tend to block you if you ask those tough questions.
Sorry, can I see your credentials?
Oh, we're just media. We're just going with them.
If you have perimeter, I can't let you in. You can step out here and wait for someone to come out. They can come out to you.
All right. Okay. Well.
Oh no, I don't.
Can you guys step to the side? Can you guys step to the side? Thank you. Come through.
Yeah. Okay. We'll be out here.
We'll be out here waiting. We just want to get Jill Stein really quickly.
That's okay. She's right there anyway. We won't be wasting time. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Once you
It's
talk,
good to wait to walk with a big group and just go in.
should we heckle the people walking in?
No, I would you heckle the people?
I'm just joking.
Oh, we're waiting for Edgar to read.
So these are all the people coming in for the Mothers Against.
Yeah, they're actually speaking right now. I'm being told by a friend of mine that they're speaking right now, the mothers of the movement, or maybe they already did speak. And they are, of course, supportive of Hillary Clinton, which is an interesting dynamic.
Well, you got a beautiful sky in the background,
It
so.
is. Beautiful sky. Look at us. We're like, now we just sound like we're C-SPAN people.
No,
Sorry, no offense to C-SPAN.
We love C-SPAN.
We do. We love C-SPAN.
Look at that. Beautiful sunset. So we're just waiting for Jill Stein right now.
I don't know where's the little group of people who are waiting for her go.
I don't know. You'll just have to interview Jill Stein. She'll be all yours, I guess.
Well, no. I mean, did they all go in? They were all delegates. They could have.
Yeah, we see her. We're waiting outside for her. So watch the stream because she'll come out any moment now. Okay, all right, bye.
So we were just out.
Oh, we're back. Talk.
Oh, are we back on? Okay, we're still waiting for Jill Stein to come outside. And they're not letting us into here.
Just back up. What if we just do?
Sorry, we're just trying to figure out some technical difficulties and also
Okay, we're actually you can just cut to us. It's not working. It says it says the connection's weak, but we're on.
Do you want to use my phone?
Right now.
Maybe we should have talked to that.
Yeah, you can cut to us. Yeah.
Where was she? Do you know? It's like, where's Waldo? Did you spot Jill Stein? So we could also ask around.
Trick is you go into the section.
I have no idea. I have no idea where she is.
Let's just.
People saw her, like if that were here for a while.
Did you take your phone number down or anything?
I have her. I have the number of her person, but she's not responding. Oh, let's ask Roland Martin if he saw her. Did you see Jill Stein? Did you see Jill Stein?
Yeah,
roll
she
through
came
here?
by.
Which way did she
and,
go?
I don't know, and for some reason, okay, this makes no sense to me. So my folks have been trying to reach Jill Stein for the longest to do an interview.
Yes.
And one of my producers just went to her and said, hey, want to interview with her, and so they said, don't have time. Okay, you're trying to run for president. I'm just saying, let's see, I'm on the Tom Joyner Morning Show, 8 million listeners, largest urban morning show in America. TV One has the only national show in America that talks to African Americans. You might want to talk to me. That makes no sense to me.
Well, we'll ask her. We'll ask her. We're about to see her.
It makes no sense.
If we can
So
find her, yeah.
I'm like, okay.
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, that's interesting.
I'm just saying.
You know which way they headed?
She's like a
Sheree.
leprechaun. We saw her before.
Which direction is Stein head?
Thank you for stepping. She went that way.
Oh, I'm sorry. Were you?
That
I didn't mean to
was the
step
left.
Out here?
She went that way to the left.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
What? We must have missed her.
I have no idea what that was about.
Literally a revolving door.
Did we miss her?
All right, so we're in the convention space, and we just met. We're trying to find Jill Stein, who's about to address some Bernie delegates.
But I don't think
let's ask that guy.
Okay.
That guy